Hello and welcome. It's so good to see you. I want you to think about something for a minute. We've all been taught that we should see a doctor when we're sick, that medicine is what makes us better, and that our health is mostly out of our control, a matter of genetics or luck. But what if I told you that you have a powerful tool to protect your health, fight off disease, and feel more vibrant, and that you use this tool 3 times a day? And no, I'm not talking about some expensive, hard-to-find pill. I'm talking about your fork. What if the food you eat is actually your best defense? What if every single meal is a chance to build up your body's natural ability to heal itself? Sounds pretty amazing, right? Well, that's the revolutionary idea from a world-renowned doctor and researcher named Dr. William Li. He's a Harvard-trained physician, and he's spent his career studying how our bodies can heal themselves. He's a New York Times best-selling author, and he's helped develop over 40 FDA-approved therapies for diseases like cancer and heart disease. He knows a thing or two about medicine. And what he's found, after all his years of research, is that what we eat is really our chemotherapy 3 times a day. Now, that might sound a little intense, but don't worry. It's not about fear. It's about empowerment. It's a hopeful, reassuring message that puts you back in the driver's seat of your own health. His research shows that our bodies are constantly forming microscopic cancers. It sounds scary, but it's just a fact of life. Our bodies are designed to fight these off on their own. Our health is all about giving our body the tools it needs to win that battle. So, in this video, we're going to dive into Dr. Li's simple but powerful philosophy. We'll talk about how food works like medicine, and most excitingly, we're going to share 5 incredibly potent, easy-to-find fruits that he often mentions in his talks. We're going to find out what these fruits are, what makes them so special, and how to get the most benefit out of them. We're not talking about hard-to-find, exotic superfoods. These are things you can find at your local grocery store. The goal here isn't to change your entire life overnight. It's to give you a few simple, actionable ideas that can make a big difference over time. Ready to take control of your health with every delicious bite? Let's get started. Before we get to the fruits, let's quickly talk about what Dr. Li means when he says our body can heal itself. He says we have 5 key health defense systems all working together to protect us from disease. Think of it like having an incredible team of superheroes inside you, all with different powers. One is called angiogenesis. This is the process of growing new blood vessels. In a healthy body, it's a good thing. But when a tumor starts to form, it tries to grow its own new blood vessels to get the nutrients it needs to grow. Dr. Li's work focuses on foods that can stop this process, essentially starving the cancer before it can become dangerous. Regeneration. Our bodies have stem cells that can help regenerate and repair our organs. Eating the right foods can actually boost these stem cells, helping you heal and stay strong. The microbiome. This is the fancy name for all the good bacteria in your gut. They help with everything from digestion to boosting your immune system. They're a huge part of your health, and you have to feed them the right things. DNA protection. Our DNA is under constant attack from environmental damage, stress, and just the process of living. We have a natural defense system that can repair this damage, but it needs the right fuel. The immune system. This is the team of little soldiers in your body that fights off germs and diseases. We need to keep it strong and ready to go. So, when we choose what to eat, we're not just feeding ourselves, we're feeding these 5 powerful health defense systems. And the best part is some of the most powerful foods for these systems are right under our noses. So, let's get to the list. Fruit number 1, the incredible humble tomato. Our first superstar is something you probably have in your fridge right now, the tomato. Dr. Li shares a remarkable study of nearly 80,000 men followed for 20 years. What they found was that men who ate cooked tomatoes 2 to 3 times a week had up to a 50% reduction in their risk of developing prostate cancer. Did you catch that? 50%. That's an incredible number for a food. The magic in tomatoes comes from a compound called lycopene. Lycopene is an antioxidant that, in this study, was shown to not only reduce cancer risk, but also to shrink the blood vessels feeding any existing microscopic tumors. But here's a super important tip from Dr. Lee. How you prepare the tomato matters. Lycopene is a fat-soluble molecule, which means it loves oil, not water. And its chemical structure is a little tricky for your body to absorb when it's raw. So, to get the most out of it, you need to cook your tomatoes and cook them with a healthy fat like olive oil. Dr. Lee says that after just 2 minutes of heating, the lycopene becomes 50% more available for your body to use. And if you simmer it for 30 minutes, it becomes 250% more available. So, the next time you make spaghetti sauce or a nice tomato soup, remember to let it simmer for a while with a little bit of good olive oil. It's a simple change that makes a huge difference. And a fun fact, lycopene also helps your body burn fat. Dr. Lee mentioned a study where young, healthy women who just ate 1 tomato before lunch every day were able to lose weight and improve their metabolism. So, whether you want to protect your health or just to feel a little lighter, the tomato is your friend. Fruit number 2, the sweet and crunchy pear. Next up is the humble pear. Pears are a fantastic source of something called chlorogenic acid, which is a bioactive compound that can fire up your metabolism and help you burn down harmful body fat. But that's not all. Chlorogenic acid is also anti-angiogenic, which means it can help cut off the blood supply to those microscopic tumors. Pretty cool, huh? What Dr. Lee loves most about pears, though, is their high content of dietary fiber. A single pear has about 5 or 6 grams of fiber, and that fiber is a superstar. It's what feeds all that good bacteria in your gut, your microbiome, and it helps it thrive. He mentioned an incredible study where people with melanoma who were on immunotherapy actually had a better outcome if they had a high-fiber diet. That's right, the fiber in their food helped the medicine work better. So, a simple pear can not only help your metabolism, but may also help your body's own defense systems. And the best part? It's a great source of fiber. Remember to eat the skin too. Just give it a good wash first. Have you tried adding a pear to your daily routine? Maybe for a snack or with a little Greek yogurt? It's an easy, tasty way to boost your health. Fruit number 3, the mighty little kiwi. Our third fruit is the often overlooked kiwi. This small, fuzzy fruit is a powerhouse of vitamins and antioxidants. Dr. Lee highlights a study that showed eating just 1 kiwi a day can protect your DNA. Think of it this way. Our DNA is like a finely tuned machine, and daily life causes little dents and scratches. The antioxidants in a kiwi can neutralize about 60% of that incoming damage. And if you eat 3 kiwis a day, your body actually starts to repair the damaged DNA. It's like hitting a reset button on the microscopic wear and tear of aging. But the real secret of the kiwi lies in your gut. A study out of Singapore showed that volunteers who ate 2 kiwis a day for just 4 days saw a huge increase in their healthy gut bacteria, specifically lactobacillus and bifidobacteria. These friendly bacteria produce something called short-chain fatty acids, which are anti-inflammatory and can help your gut build a protective layer. That means less leaky gut and a stronger defense against disease. So, who would have thought that a little kiwi could do all that? You can slice it up and put it in your yogurt or just scoop it out with a spoon. A simple addition to your day that can have a huge impact on your gut health. Fruit number 4, the berry powerhouse. Next on the list are berries, a category of fruit that Dr. Lee talks about frequently. He mentions all kinds of berries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, and even strawberries. The reason they're so powerful is because they contain 2 key compounds, ellagic acid and anthocyanins. Anthocyanins are what give berries that deep, rich, reddish-purple color, and they have powerful anti-angiogenic properties, which you'll remember means they can cut off the blood supply to growing tumors. So, they're a great way to help starve cancer. But let's talk specifically about strawberries. Dr. Lee shares a fascinating point about fruit and sugar. We've all heard the advice to avoid fruit because it has too much sugar. But the science, he says, doesn't support this idea for fruits like strawberries. He explains that the bioactives in strawberries can actually improve your metabolism and help you burn fat. So even though they have natural sugars, they don't cause the same blood sugar spike that you'd get from a candy bar. In fact, a study showed that eating strawberries can improve your metabolism, reduce body fat, and lower your waist size without raising your blood sugar. So, Don't be afraid of the natural sweetness of berries. They are a delicious and effective way to protect your health. Just remember to enjoy them as they are without piling on a bunch of extra sugar. Fruit number 5, the ruby red pomegranate. Dr. Lee loves this fruit, and for good reason. Pomegranate juice is full of amazing bioactives called Angiogenesis. These compounds do two very important things. First, just like tomatoes and berries, they can help cut off the blood supply to tumors, so they're a great way to help starve cancer. But here's the second, even more fascinating part. These Angiogenesis feed a very specific type of gut bacteria called Akkermansia. Dr. Lee calls Akkermansia the guardian of the gut. This bacteria is a game changer. His research has shown that patients who have this bacteria in their gut are more likely to respond well to certain cancer treatments. The right food can literally help the medicine work better.
See, you can eat the seeds of a pomegranate or drink the juice. Just be sure to find the juice that doesn't have a lot of added sugar. You want the natural stuff to feed those good bacteria. Think of it this way. Your gut is a garden, and what you eat is the fertilizer. Pomegranate is like super fertilizer for the very best kind of bacteria. So, we've talked about 5 incredible fruits: tomatoes, pears, kiwis, berries, and pomegranates. But Dr. Lee's final message is the most important of all. He says, there are no superfoods. There's no single food that's going to save you. It's not about eating one of these fruits and thinking you're invincible. It's about diversity. It's about making a habit of eating fresh, whole foods, mostly plant-based. It's about choosing a variety of foods that can all work together to strengthen your body's 5 defense systems. And it's about cutting down on red meat and ultra-processed foods that can harm these systems. This isn't about being perfect. It's about making small, consistent choices that add up over time. It's about picking 1 or 2 of these fruits and adding them to your routine. It's about being intentional with your meals, knowing that with every bite, you're doing something good for yourself. You are not helpless in the face of aging and disease. The power to protect and heal yourself is on your plate 3 times a day. So let's start today. Let's make our food our medicine. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope this information has inspired you and given you a hopeful new perspective on your health. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and share it with a friend or family member who needs to hear this message. I'd love to know what you think. Which of these 5 fruits are you going to add to your grocery list this week? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, be well.